Hi all, in this video we will see how we are going to use Maven to develop an application. That means so how to use the Maven features when developing applications. So in this activity, so we are going to develop a simple JSP application with Maven. Then you can also familiar with Maven environment. So the first we need to create a Maven project. So I will go to the Eclipse IDE, and here you can go to file, new, and you can select Maven project. So since this is a web application from this internal catalog, so I'm going to select this web app, Maven archetype web app, and then move to the next. And here I will give the project name as activity 1. So activity 1 is already there, so then I will use Maven activity 1 as the project name. Okay, so then this will be my project name, and I'm going to click finish now. So once I click finish, so here you can see the Maven is connecting with the central repository, and it's going to create the project. Okay, once you come to this place, you can enter, and then it will complete the project. So now here you can see this is the Maven project. Okay, so we are getting an error here. So we discussed that we can go to this problems area, and here you can see once you expand these errors, so you can see the problem is with JavaX servlet. So you can go to the Maven repository. So you can go to Maven repository, and then you can search for this one. So here it's asking JavaX servlet, so you can type here javax dot servlet. Then you will get this Java servlet API, so you can go into that one, and here we will use this 4.0.1 version, and from here you can copy it, and then you can come to the Eclipse again and open this form.xml file. And here under the dependency, so this is the dependencies one. So after this dependency, JUnit dependency, so we are going to paste this one. Okay, then you can save it. Once you save, it will download the repository, and after that you can go to the project and right click and go to this Maven again and use this update project option, and this is what I'm going to update now. So once I update, you can see this error is no more there, so that means there is actually resolved. Okay, so now I will go to the activity. So this is the activity, so very simple activity. So we need to have a registration form like this, and then we are going to save this data to the database. So I will go here, and I will go to this source folder. So we discussed that in Maven architecture, all the codes are coming under this source folder. Under the source folder, we are having this main and Java web, but you can see that there's something missing here. So that is the Java folder. The Java folder is not there under this main folder. We discussed that mainly we are having this Java folder, resources folder, and web app folder. But you can see that the Java folder is missing, so we can get that Java folder by right clicking here and go to the properties, and here you can see the Java build path is there, and then so you can select from here the workspace default JRE, and then you can click finish, and you can apply and close. So now you can see the Java folder is also there. Okay, so now I'm going to I'm going to edit this index.jsp page, because we need to have this form, registration form. So I'm going here, and so I'm going to use a table structure here. So in this activity we had first name, last name, and this will be a input type text, name, first name. Okay, so like this we need to have a last name. Okay, so we will copy this tr. We need to have last name, we need to have username, we need to have password, and we need to have a register button. So this will be the last name, this will be username, and this will be password. And here this should be password, and this will be again password, and this is username, and this will be last name. Okay, we have added one here. I'm going to remove it, and I'm going to add that at the end, because we need to have the register button. So therefore I'm going to clean this table data, and here this should be input type submit, and not name. So this should be value will be register. Okay, first name, last name, username, password, and submit button register. So I will format this one a little bit. Okay, so now this is my table. So first I'm going to run this one and see whether it's working. So I'm using Tomcat 8.5 version, and finish. Okay, now my Tomcat is starting, and yes, so this is my form. So now I'm going to submit this form. So according to our activity, so we are going to submit this form, and we will have a JSP page called register.jsp, and then we are going to submit this information to register.jsp. So actually I forgot to add this form tag, because this is a form, so therefore I will use a form tag here. And under the form tag, so we can have action equal to register.jsp, and then we can have a method will be post, and here this ending tag we need to add after this ending table, and we will format this code again now. Okay, so this will be the this will be my index.jsp page, that means the HTML form. So now I will go again here, the web app, and I will right click, and I will go to new, and I'm going to add another JSP file here. So this JSP file, so I'm going to name this as register.jsp. okay, so this will be the register.jsp file. So now here I will put a title registration, user registration. So I will add the same thing in index.php file as well. So we didn't add any headers here, so I will add the head part like this. Okay, we are having two HTML tags here. Okay. Okay. Okay, now that's okay. So this is register to JSP page. So in this one I'm going to use this scriptlet tag, and I'm going to get first name. So we are going to access the request here, and then we are going to get the parameter, and here the parameter name is first name. So then we can have four here, another one for last name and username, and again for password. So this will be last name, username and password. Okay, so now I'm going to save this information. So according to our activity, what we need to do, so once we got these ones, we need to save this information to this table. So first I'm going to create this table. So I will go to PHP my admin interface here. Okay, so here we will create a table called a database called activity 1, and then so I will run this one. Okay, here so we are going to have this table, the user table, like this. So now I will go here. So now what we need to do, we need to connect with the database, and we need to save this one. So we have discussed in previous course that we can have some kind of a we can have separate DB connector class to connect our application to the database. So we are going to implement that thing now. So under this Java, so I told that in Maven project structure also, so all the Java codes going under this Java folder. So therefore under this Java folder, so I'm going to create a new Java file. Okay, so we can go here and we can type class. Okay, so this is the class. So we are going to have a class here, so we can give a package so we will type as classes, and then I'm going to com dot classes, and then we need to give a name. So here the name is DB connector. So okay, I will click finish now. So this is the DB connector class. So I'm going to have private static string DB URL. Okay, so and this will be the DB URL. So likewise we can have DB user and DB password, and then we need to have the driver here. Okay, that's it. and then we know the driver is com dot mysql dot jdbc dot driver, and here the database URL. So you can go to this data source explorer, and here you can see that there's something called database connections. So you can right click and you can go new, and from here you can select MySQL as the database here. You can go next, and here you can see this is the URL of the database. So I'm going to copy this one and cancel, and here we can paste it, and here I need to add the database. So in my case the database is activity1. so this is my database db equal activity1. so I'm going to copy this one, and then I will paste it here like this. And user, so I will use test user account, and password also test user. Okay, now so I'm going to create this get connection method. So public connection. So here I'm going to use I'm going to import java.sql dot asterisk. So I'm going to add this okay, it already added this connection. Okay, java.sql dot asterisk. so I will put it like this. So then public connection get connection. So I will create connection called con, and I will assign null value here, and then I'm going to return this con from this method. So I will use a try catch block here because now we are going to first we need to we need to register our driver class dot phone name, and so we are going to have the driver here, and then so after that we are going to create the connection con equal so driver manager dot get connection, and we are going to pass URL user password. Okay, so we are going to pass all these things. Yeah, that's it. So now we are going to send this connection. So we will put system dot out dot println. So here e dot get message. Okay, and I'm going to format this code now like this. So now so I formatted the code. Okay, so now this is my db connector class, and again so in this case, so we need to have in this activity, so we are having the password, so we need to encrypt this password as well. So therefore under this com.classes, so I'm going to have another class. So I'm going to have another new class, so that will be md5 class. So md5 class, so I already uploaded this md5 class to the VLE, so you can get this md5 class, and you can add this code into your class. So this is the code. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it here. So then we need to import this necessary libraries. Okay, like this we can import, format, and save. So now I'm coming to the register.jsp again. So here, so now I need to encrypt this password. So therefore I'm going to call to this md5 dot Okay, so md5 dot get md5. Okay, so this is the class get md5. So then I'm going to add this password here. Okay, like this. So now I'm going to connect my application to the database. So here we will use try catch block. Okay, so now so we have got to use first name, last name, username and password. Okay, so we will use query. First we need to have a query, so string query equal insert into user, and we are going to insert, so we will go to the database here. So this is the user table. So here you can see ID is auto increment 1, so we are going to have first name, last name, username and password. So I will add those fields here. First name, last name, username, password, and then values. So since we are going to use prepared statement, so I'm going to add this placeholders like this. We have 4 values here, and then this will be my query. So now I'm going to create a prepared statement. Okay, first I will type prepared statement pstmt equal and here we need to get the database connection. So now we know that our database connection is with db connector class. So I'm going to connect with this db connector and dot get okay, I didn't create this as a static one, so I will create it as a static, so then I can directly access it from here. Okay, db connector get connection, and then so I'm going to prepare my statement, and I'm going to pass the query here. Okay, so now the prepared statement is okay. So then we are going to set these values. So pstmt dot set string here, and so first one is actually the first name. Okay, like this we can have 4 2 3 4. This will be last name, and this will be username, and this will be password. Okay, so now we have set all these values. So now we are going to execute it, but we need to show whether these values are saved correctly. So therefore I'm going to use this like pstmt dot execute update greater than 0. Okay, if it is greater than 0, so then I'm going to print something here, else again I'm going to print something. Okay, like this. So what I need to print here, so I will go to the activity again. So I need to print the message successfully saved, else we need to seen as print error occurred. So I will go here, and so out dot print ln. So I'm going to print successfully saved, else I'm going to print error message. So here the error message successfully saved, error occurred. So this will be the error message, error occurred. So I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so now I'm going to run this project. So I'm using Tomcat 8.5 version. Okay, I need to restart this server. Okay, this will be the form. So I'm going to submit some values here. And click register. Okay, so we are getting an error here. So we will see what is this error. Okay, we will go to the here and we will see whether we can have any information about the error. Okay, so we didn't add the driver to our environment. So here, since we are using the Maven, so now we need to add the JDBC connector into this Maven environment. So I'm going to this Maven repository again, and here I will type MySQL connector. So this is the MySQL connector. So I'll go here and I'm going to use this 8.2 version, and this will be the MySQL connector. Okay, so this is the latest one, I think. So we will go with the MySQL connector, this one. Okay, both are same. So then I will take this one, and here I'm going to add this MySQL connector into my POM file. So there is again a dependency. So here I'm going to add MySQL connector, and I'm going to format my code. Okay, save it. So now I'm again going to this Maven project and go to Maven and update project, because I added a dependency to my project. So I'm going to update it now. Okay, now I'm going to run this project again. So we will see whether we are getting the issues error again. Okay, click on this one and go here, click finish, restart the server. Okay, okay, still we are having unknown column first name. Okay, I think I typed incorrectly. So I will go to the registered page. Okay, so there's a spelling mistake. First name. Okay, I will run this again now. Okay, successfully saved. So we will go to the database and we will browse. You can see it's successfully saved to the database. So this is how we are going to use Maven to develop this application. So here you saw that so we are not going to add this MySQL JDBC connector from the outside. So we are adding that into our form.xml file. So like this. as a dependency. So then the Maven will automatically download this dependency. We didn't download it, you automatically download it, and it will available with our application. So now the next thing is, so we are going to package this one. So this is how we are going to package it. So I will go to the Maven project, Maven Activity One project, right click, and you can go to this run as. From here you can select Maven build. So once you go to the Maven build, so we can put the goal. So we discussed that the goal means in the build process we are having different phases. So here what I need to do is I need to package it. So therefore I will use the phase package, and then I'm going to use run. Okay, now if I go to this target folder, so this is a target folder. So if I refresh this project, and now you can see that Maven activity1.war, the folder is created. So this is actually, you can see that all these things will be added into a folder called var. So that means var means actually web application archived. It's like Java. So when you are creating compressed application, the files folders in Java application, so we have in Java archive. So here since this is a web application, so we are using var as the extension, web application archive. So now if you are going to deploy this project to the server, so what we need to do is we need to just copy this .var, and then we can run the application. So I will simply show how we are going to do this one. So now I'm going to close all these files. Okay, and now I'm going to stop my server. So because this is the internal server that I have used to implement the system. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this server. Okay, so now if I am going to use this user registration one again, so I will delete this. If I go here, okay, now you can see the service is not working because I stopped the server. But I will go to this exam, and exam also I'm having a Tomcat server. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this Tomcat server, exam Tomcat server. Okay, now if I will remove this part. If I try the server now, so you can see the Tomcat, the exams Tomcat service running. But if I try to find this application that I have already implemented, but that is not there, because that is not there in the exam server. It was there in my runtime, that means the local server which I used with Eclipse. But what I'm going to do now is, so I'm going to this Eclipse project, and so I'm going to so I will go to this Maven activity one, and you can see there's a folder called target. If I go inside, then so once I go to the inside, so you can see that Maven activity one.war, so that is there. So that is the packaged one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this one, and then I'm going to my server now. So I will go to the exam, and exam, so I'm having this Tomcat. So on a Tomcat, so we are having a folder called web apps. So I'm going to put this one here, Maven active one.var. So now I'm going to try this URL again. So once I try this one, okay, now you can see I can access it. So that is how I deployed it. So I packaged it through the Maven packaged it as a .var file, and then I have copied this .var file and deployed into my another my next server. So that is the exam Tomcat server. So now I can I'm going to use it again. So I will use one here, and this is also one. Okay, you can see the application is working. So if I go to the database, you can see the new data already saved to the database. So that is how we are going to deploy it. You can see it's very simple. Okay, so we don't need to copy any dependencies or anything. So what we need to do is just go to this right click here and go to this run as and go to this Maven build, and then you can add the goal. So I will do it again. So I will first clean. So I will go to this run as and I will select Maven clean first. And once I use this Maven clean, you can see that the target folder is empty now. So nothing is there in this target folder. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use run as, and I'm going to use this Maven build, and here as the goal I'm going to give this as package, then run. Okay, now I will refresh this one. So once I refresh, so under this target, now you can see this Maven activity1.y is there. So this is what I'm going to deploy into the next server. So that means in my environment, so the exam server, I'm going to deploy this to the exam server, so then I can quickly run it. So the beauty of this one is it will add only the necessary files. For example, so if I go to this web apps folder, so now you can see we are having a folder called Maven activity1, and here, so under this web by inf, so we are having the classes. So under that you can see both classes are there, but these are compiled versions. So this is the benefit that we are getting compared to the PHP, because when you're deploying the PHP, the original PHP file so will be there, but here you can see the DB connector, we are having the compiled one. So therefore if somebody access the web server, so that person cannot see the original information which were there in this .java file, because the compiled version only we are going to deploy to the server. So the compared to the PHP, so this is an advantage that we are having this with this Java or the JSP environment. So that means we can deploy the compiled one, but in the PHP, so we are actually deploying the original code, because PHP is a scripting language. Okay, that's all about this activity. So hope you got clear idea about how to use this Maven environment to develop Java or JSP applications. So let's meet again with another activity. Thank you.